Hey everyone, Paige here with Sudsy Soapworks, and today I'm going to show you how to make an all-natural cheek tint. In this formulation, we're going to be using all oils, butters, and waxes that will not clog your pores. Everything's going to be all natural, including the colorants. I add a little grapefruit essential oil in there to add a little scent, and it's really lovely. I'll show you how I use it at the end of this video. So if you want to learn how to make this tinted cheek balm, please keep watching. So in order to make sure that the blush is firm enough and hard enough, we're gonna add beeswax. I am going to be making a 3-ounce batch, 0.9 ounces. All right, and then also in your formulation, so I have solid butters or solid oils, so I am putting 0.45 ounces. And then I'm gonna be putting in mango butter, 0.9 ounces. There we go. So next we're gonna be putting sunflower oil in, and we're gonna be doing 0.3 ounces. Alright, next we're gonna add argan oil, and this is gonna be 0.12 ounces. So I'm gonna slowly pour this in. There we go. Alright, and the last oil that we're gonna add is hemp seed oil, and we're gonna add 0.15 ounces. So now that we have all of our butters and oils and the beeswax in here, we're gonna melt this in the microwave in a microwave safe container. And then after this is all melted down, we're gonna add our colorants. All right, so the main colorants that I'm gonna use for this is going to be rose clay. This is where most of the color is gonna come from. I'm gonna add about 0.15 ounces. You can add more or less depending on the color you're desiring. There we go. Next, I'm gonna add some beetroot powder. This is organic beetroot powder. I think I just got this on Amazon. Pretty sure I did. This is just what I'm doing. You can add more or less depending on the color desired. I'm gonna start out with 0.03 ounces. There we go. All right, so to mix this up, I'm gonna be using a milk frother. And just to make sure all the clumps are mixed properly. All right, and just for the scent, I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of grapefruit essential oil, just a couple drops. 5 drops, see how that works. I don't want it super scented, but I do want it to have a pleasant smell. All right, to test this mixture and see if I have the right amount of pigment in here that I want, I'm gonna test it on my arm and let it harden. It's not super hot right now. Make sure if you do this that the mixture is not gonna burn you. Mine's not very hot, but I'm just gonna let it sit here and harden, and then I'm gonna test it to make sure that I have enough pigment. All right, so I think I might wanna add a little more pigment in there. It is pretty good right now, but for me, I personally want a little more, so I'm gonna add 0.03 of the beetroot. And then I'm gonna add a touch more rose clay. And I'm gonna add about 0.05 ounces. There we go. And I'm gonna give this another quick stir. I'm gonna microwave this a little bit because it's hardening up. When you add a bunch of powders to this, it will start to cool off faster. So I'm gonna microwave it and make sure it's nice and fluid again. All right, so now that I have it melted, I'm gonna add a couple more drops, like 5 more drops of the Grapefruit Essential Oil. And then give it one last stir, and then I'll pour it into the container. Alright, so here is the container, and I'm just gonna dump it in here slowly, making sure I don't get it on the outside of the jar because it will stain it. And it will have like an oil spot. Alright, there we go. And here's the color. It's very, very pretty. Alright, so I already have it on this cheek, but I want to show you that it is buildable. And so what I do is I just dab it on. You can also swipe it, but I do have makeup on under this. This is the only blush I'm wearing, but I do have makeup on under this, so I don't really want to move my makeup, so I'm just dabbing it. And you can use a blush too. So it is buildable. This side I don't have anything on. So I'm going to show you. It gives a really pretty natural glow. It's gorgeous. And there we go.